Hi kids, just a little thing for you. This is a few netball drills to keep you going through the summer term. If you've not got a netball, by all means use a football. So as you can see, quick hands. Quick hands is vital for netball skills. So just throwing the ball backwards and forwards in your hands, keeping a close eye, will help you build up your hand-eye coordinations skills. So you can go lower, and then if you're feeling confident you can keep moving the ball up and then above your head. I would suggest doing that for about a couple of minutes, and then moving on to the throwing the ball in the air with two hands to two hands and then one hand to two hands, and try doing the hand which is not necessarily the one you'd always throw with, just to practice, and then to challenge yourself further. In a moment you can just throw the ball up and see how many claps you can do. Challenge yourself, throw it really high, see if you can get 4 or 5 claps in, and again this just builds up your hand-eye coordination. Okay, moving on to the next drill. If you've got a wall, great. Do some chest passes. It's a great way of building up those arm strength muscles for fast throw. And here, if you have a buddy, you can see the chest passes. You can practice with someone else stepping in and really pushing from your chest really hard. Try and keep the ball nice and flat as you pass it. So again, something you can do for 5-10 minutes. And then against the wall you can be practicing your bounce passing, and again if you have a buddy you can do this with a buddy. Hard surface is obviously better than grass, but if you've only got grass it should work too. Again, you want to try and land the ball closer to them than to yourself when bouncing. Nice drive down with one hand and collect it with two hands at chest height. And then moving on to a shoulder pass, one-handed, by your ear, really nice push, getting it to their shoulder. If you've got a buddy, this one's a bit harder to do if you're on your own, unless you've got a really high wall, and then you can do it against the wall as well. And in a moment we'll be moving on to overhead passes, which again you can do in a pair. So here we are, a few overhead passes. If you've got a lot of space, obviously you can practice being further apart. Remember, you can never throw over a third, so you'll only be doing 2/3 of a court distance at any one time. And normally this is a good throw into the circle to your shooters, or if you want to get it over a tall opponent. Okay, so if you have a buddy, you can do this drill where you run towards the feeder and the feeder releases the ball, preferably at speed when you're on the run, so you can practice your landing and your footwork and passing. Always try go back to the same position to start with. You can move left and right with this drill. You can get the feeder to anticipate, or you can signal to decide where you want the feeder to throw the ball. Okay, this can be done for as long or as little as you like. Obviously it's building up your agility, your speed, hand-eye coordination, and is really good for practicing when you're dodging around a player. Try and keep your head up at all times, and you can do different types of throws. You can do high, low. You could do this with a bounce pass, shoulder pass, overhead pass, all different types of feeding to the player. here we go, some bounce passing just to demonstrate how this can be done. The trick is to build up your speed and to get faster and practice throwing hard on your throw. Slightly out of fit here, Mrs. Worthington. It's clear we haven't played netball for a while. Okay, so this drill's called quick hands. The feeder throws the ball in any direction, and the player needs to anticipate where the ball's going to go and move quickly and get it back to the feeder, preferably always going back to the centre point before going for the next ball. This can be sped up or slowed down, but always ensure that you have accuracy on your pass back. The feeder's accuracy does not need to be the same. The idea is, in a game, if there is a ball slightly going out of your reach, then you have got quick hands, quick feet to receive that ball. Okay, this game's difficult to see, apart from George in the shot there. This is a simple game of piggy in the middle. And the idea is that the person in the middle doesn't just stay still, they move to either to defend the player or to defend the ball. Each time they need to turn and quickly get back into a position of defending. So if you are planning on being a defender, this is an excellent drill for you to practice your skills. If you're piggy in the middle, it can sometimes get quite frustrating, so make sure you have a turn at doing different parts. Okay, these are just tea towels on the floor, and these tea towels represent cones. So if you have cones, great. If you don't, tea towels or shirts or anything of that case. And this is a very simple exercise where the player is moving sideways, always facing the ball on the side, and as you can see, once the player has built up their speed and their agility, you can add in the ball and the feeder can pass the ball to each point. It just simulates moving up and down the court and moving and getting into a good position to receive a ball from another player. Anyway, I hope some of these drills have been useful for you to be inspired to get out in the garden and use the space and have a go at some netball drills. All these drills, if practiced on a regular basis, will certainly improve your court game. And I look forward to getting back with you as soon as we can. Take care, stay safe, be kind, work hard, be nice.